Well, today is National Coming Out Day. Today when some members of the LGBTQ plus community reflect what it really means to come out and live their truth.
Some local leaders who are part of the community are marking this day with a rally for some new legislation. They want to make sure New York is a safe haven for transgender youth and their families. New York State Senator Brad Hoylman is the sponsor of the bill, and before he heads to that rally, he's joining us first to break some news and reveal exactly what is in the legislation. Senator, good morning.
Good morning. It's so nice to be here.
So glad you could join us. Before we get to the bill, let's talk about today and why it's so important to recognize National Coming Out Day.
Well, National Coming Out Day is a celebration. It's been in existence for 34 years. It was helped founded here at the LGBTQ Center in New York, and across the country, LGBTQ people stand up and speak out as to their true identity. But it's also a very important tool for us as members of the LGBTQ community to make sure that the rest of the country is familiar with the fact that transgender children and their families are under attack in many state legislatures across the country.
Before we do get to the bill, Senator, I just want to give you just a quick moment to tell us why this day holds special meaning to you.
Well, it's so important as an LGBTQ person, as a husband, as a father of children with two gay dads, that we need to let our neighbors know that we're proud, we're out, we embrace our true identity, and we're members of the community just like anyone else and deserve the same rights and responsibilities and protections that every other vulnerable community member is entitled to here in New York and frankly across the country.
We've been talking about your legislation. No doubt rights are under attack in some parts of the country. How would making New York a safe haven state help?
Well, it would help because we are saying to those children and families who are confronting their true identities here on National Coming Out Day that they should embrace it. And if they need gender affirming care, they can come to New York State and seek that without fear of criminal or civil reprisal, without fear of being investigated, as they've done in some states like Texas, considering that gender affirming care, according to the Attorney General and the governor there, is child abuse, which is an outrage in and of itself, and to ensure that doctors and other medical professionals are protected and don't fear the fact that they need to perform this important type of medical intervention that is life-saving.
Let's talk about what New York will be doing as opposed to some of the states like you just mentioned, because there are, as we know, a number of states that are implementing restrictions on gender-affirming care. So what would the legislation in New York do to help people in those other states?
Well, we know that transgender kids in particular are vulnerable to suicide. 1 in 3 have attempted it. Nearly a third have been reported as victims of sexual violence, and more than half of transgender youth are suffering from depression. So what our bill would do is draw a line in the sand that New York welcomes transgender kids and their families for this type of important medical intervention. It's going to ensure that these kids and their families aren't going to be separated from their parents if they come to New York seeking gender affirming care. It's going to prohibit law enforcement here in New York State from cooperating with other states' investigations regarding gender affirming care. And third, we're going to protect the privacy and health information of people who come to New York to receive gender affirming care. And finally, we're going to protect physicians and medical personnel who've made the important decision to intervene in these cases, provide this life-saving health care to these young people, and make sure that they're not subject to out-of-state criminal and professional sanctions for simply doing their job.
And Senator, before we let you go, what's the next step with the legislation if passed? As Governor Hochul, I guess, have you received her support?
I'm confident that when we pass this bill come January, the governor will sign it straight away. She's been a champion for the LGBTQ community and for vulnerable people across the state. We know the situation regarding women and others who are seeking abortions come to New York. We know that asylum seekers are coming to New York. and transgender youth and their families are welcome in New York as well.
All right, Senator Brad Hoylman, thanks so much for taking the time and joining us here this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, we will carry the press conference live later this morning right here on CBS New York as well.